What's up, guys? Jake here from Team Board Wipe on House of Champs channel. So this weekend I got first place at the West Allis, Wisconsin Regional. It's back-to-back first places, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I played a 60-card mill Lightsworn zombie deck. So I'm going to get into the profile. So I played 3 Raiden Hand of the Lightsworn. Some people would play 2 of this, but like really if you have charge, just a mill 5, which is just pretty good to get your engine started. Also, it's a tuner, which does help a little bit. But so you can like make this a snow or something, or if you mill a wolf and get lucky, you can make an omega, which is really how that you win. Then 3 wolf. This also was a decision. You gotta get lucky sometimes. Honestly, I didn't see this card in my hand too often, but sometimes you do once in a while. But I think 3, you just gotta get as lucky as possible, and that was all I played for Lightsworns actually, and no solar recharges. With 6. Although you do get lucky, I just want to go more hand traps. And for zombies, played 3 solitaire, which is kind of obvious. 3 Mizuki. This is pretty standard, but sometimes I see 2. The reason I want this is you definitely want to mill this card, and like always see it when you do mill. Because if you mill like any other of the zombies, basically, it's good. Other than maybe like a Spirit Master. Only 2 Unizami, because you do want to mill this with Mizuki if you can. But other than that, you don't want to hard open this, because this card by itself, all it does is send Mizuki, which is solid, but it's not going to win you any duels, really. Unless the opponent doesn't have like a bigger field. But there's 2, because you definitely want to be able to see it, but you don't want to initially open it, even though I'm playing 60 cards. 1 Gozuki. This card's, it's alright. I wouldn't say it's super broken, but if you like mill this, and then you like have a solitaire play, you bring this off the Mizuki instead of solitaire, and you can send another Mizuki so you can extend your plays even farther. And you can like banish Ash, which is kind of cool, to summon a zombie from your hand. Not that it didn't really ever come up, but it is a nice utility. And then 1 Spirit Master. You want to mill this or send it off of like an Unizombie for other plays. It's just for popping cards, and it's really good with Gold Sark. So that was it for the zombies and the Lightsworns. And for the plants, I played 3 Lone Fire and 3 Scorpio. You want to see this card as much as possible. I actually only grassed twice the whole regional, but I had these a lot, and this really carried me. And then with that I play the 1 Cobra, and for the play I play this 1 Garnet, 1,000 Blades, and 1 Trick Clown. If you draw them, I guess it sucks, but you know what happens. This card's also just alright to mill anyway, as well as I guess this is. It's good against Trick Star, it just always comes back. And you can also summon this Goblinberg off of the Invoker if you need to. Also, it's just good for getting like wolves out of your hand. Or if anything, it's like with Raiden, it's just Omega, and you can mill a couple cards. 1 Giant Rex. It's good to mill. Actually, I only saw this card the first 3 rounds, really. And then it just like disappeared from my deck. But it was good when I had it. I got Reincarnation once with this in my hand, and it was pretty awesome. This and Spirit Master, actually. But it's just a good card to banish with Snow from your grave, and it's just gives you free rank 4s, and you can also make a Mrs. Radiant with it. And then it's a 60-card deck, so of course you gotta play the 3 Snow. This card's amazing. I wish I would have seen it a little more often, but when you do draw it, just you almost can't lose in a sense games. And now into hand traps. I play 3 Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. That's just obvious. It's like the best hand trap other than Max C, probably. Also add utility in this deck because it's a zombie and a tuner, so you can bring it back off Mizuki if for some reason you don't have like an Unizombie or something. I chose to play 3 Ghost Ogre. I just wanted to have extra hand traps, playing 60 cards. I can't remember the exact math, but it gave me a lot better chance of seeing a hand trap in my opening hand. Then I play the 3 Gamma, and along with that I play the 1 Driver. Usually if you can make like 1 or 2 Omegas turn 1, and you can banish, you can like put the Mizuki back, and you can have this in your hand, so you banish both of them, and your field's open, and then you get their play, and basically you win, because they're almost out of cards. And then 1 Max C. I never drew this card all day, but one time I did add it back off Amaterasu, so that was pretty good. In the last round, I opened like the most broken hand going first. My opponent Max C, and I was like, oh crap. But then I looked at my hand, and I was like, oh yeah, I have Ash. So I negated, the only time I got Max C, I negated with Ash, and then I summoned 3 Omegas on him, and I think a rank 4, so that was pretty stupid. For spells, 3 Brilliant. Even if you don't draw the combo, this card's just really good to see. I would still do the combo and search a second one, just, for the heck of it, but it's just really good. And if you have like this in a zombie, it gives you 2 omega, so that's always great. I paid 3 charge. You just really want to mill. It's just good with Raiden. Mills 5 cards basically. Other than that, just really good. 3 desires. One of the best cards in the game. This deck lets you play a lot of the best cards in the game, which is one thing I really like about it. Yeah, you just want to see more extra cards, especially hand traps. 3 of the card that always gets Ash Blossomed. Yeah, a couple times this got Ash and I just scooped because I had no other plays in my hand. But overall, I really like it. And, you know, I tried to bait out the Ash first, and people were pretty good at not taking the bait. Just the 1 grass, that basically is what you want to search. I only used this card twice. Once I searched it right away and I milled like 15. But the other time, or with 15 because I comboed the, you know, bait out the Ash Blossom. And the other time I just top decked it, which was amazing, because might have lost that game. Sorry. For all other spells, 2 Gold Sark. I could see playing 3 of this really, but this can basically pop a card or a special monster. I don't know if you have to, you can like search a charge or a soul charge or something. The games are over before that generally. 1 Foolish is just good utility. 1 Rhoda. This card could be expendable, but it's good for Goblin Murk if you have like Wolf in your hand, or just good for Raiden in general. And then 1 Soul Charge. I definitely left arm for this like 4 or 5 times, because I didn't even need grass most of the times. I would like Product Plant combo, and then I just had the left arm, and I was like, you know, I realized I could just make a lot better play with just Soul Charge. So that was it for the main deck. For the side, I played 3 Drolls. I basically sided this in every single round, but I don't know if I would main it still. I might, but I basically side out different cards if you're going first or second. And I didn't care for having this going first or second, so I don't know if I would main it just because it's a regional and you might play against more rogue stuff, but it was really good all day. Kind of funny card, Anti-Magic Arrows. I just love this card. It's not really necessarily the best, but I put this in. It's a regional, so I thought I would play against some like Paleo or some trap-heavy decks. It also can be used against evenly matched, or some people play like tons of traps in their Trickster deck. So I never used it, but it was kind of there. Actually, the only cards I used the Drolls quite a few times for my side, and I used D-Barrier once. But I played 3 D-Barrier. This is mostly for Pendulum or any kind of rogue deck I might play. It's just D-Barrier. It's a really good card. You skip their turn, and then they can't win. 3 Evenly. I drew this card once, and it got Solemn Scolding. So that was unfortunate, but it didn't matter, because he Scolding this, and then main phase 2 I just Product Plant comboed, and I like summoned 2 or 3 Omegas, and then Scarlighted his field, so didn't matter. And then my 1 Troll card, I played 3 Fiend Comedian. In my local area, 60 card decks are really popular, so I thought it was like a funny out. It's just pretty decent in general. Mostly just for like memes, but you know, it could be very good. And if I play against like ABC, I probably would put it in too, just because, you know, banishing their pieces could be pretty game winning. For the extra deck, the only card that actually matters, 3 Psyframe Omega. A lot of people play 2, but you actually go into 3 a lot in this deck. I like to, even if I can only summon 1, I just like summon it and I don't use its effect, and then I put the Mizuki back. And most decks now can't kill you, so what you can do is then you banish it when they do something, and you can make like a second Omega or like a Scarlight next turn. And it's just really way too much advantage for them to actually win the duel. I played 1 Scarlight. Sometimes you want to search Soul Charge, or sometimes you just like, since you use the Unizombie, you can't attack. So Scarlight's just really good at clearing the boards. It's just good out everything, and you can. I never did, but you can just burn people for game with its effect. I never actually summoned it, but Black Rose Dragon. This card's usually really good. It's really good with Anti-Magic Arrows generally, because they have like 4 stats, you can just blow them up. But this card's definitely really good. 1 Michael. It's just great spot removal, and sometimes you can just summon it when you have room for another extra dark play, and it just mills, so you can fodder your snow. For rank 4s, I played 1 Amaterasu. This card was pretty good, like especially in back like Mizuki's, and you can like link it off, or you can especially like a Raiden and mill some more cards. Also adds back hand traps that you banish off of Fairy Tale Snow. 1 Tornado Dragon. This card just, you know, Tornado Dragon's pretty good. one Minerva. Just sometimes, if your hand's like not very good, sometimes it's just better to go into. Or it's like, you know, you summon your 2 or 3 Omegas and you don't have a snow or you don't have things engraved. So she's just pretty solid. When she does mill like a wolf, it's amazing, but it's not that often because I only play 6 Lightsworns. One Baguska, he's just good. If you can like summon 3 Omegas and you summon him, you basically auto win. But I don't summon him too often, but he's just good when you don't have anything else. And I played the 1 Invoker, just because of the product plan play, and then the 1 Seraph Knight, obviously. This is also for the product plan play, and that was good. I chose to play Decode Talker because I was scared of the Seraph Knight getting stuck on the field. I wish I didn't play this. Maybe I could cut like something else and then play the Utopia package. I'm not sure. The 1 Borreload, I like how I made this thing a bunch of times with 4 monsters, and it was just ridiculous. I also took 4 Borreloads with my own Borreload, which was unbelievably good. Anyway, guys, that is all for the deck profile, so let me know what you think, and please check out my channel, which is Team Board Wipe, and thank you, everyone.